Hi there, Michael Eskin here with another ABC Transcription Tools demo. This one's specifically for Anglo Concertina players who are playing in G-D tuning on their instruments and are interested in getting tablature for simple melodies. It takes advantage of the ability to independently transpose the notation from an ABC standpoint versus what you actually see in the displayed notation, and this will make more sense in a minute. So I've got a simple tune here, Cash. And there are two parts to this operation. One is that you can choose to either go for a low pitch or a high pitch solution. And I'll show you the low pitch solution first. So what I'm going to do is click the transpose down button 7 times, and that's going to drop it down 7 semitones. So this is going to go from the key of G to the key of C. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we're in the key of C. And then I'm going to apply what's called a visual transpose. And this is a special command which I will put in the description for the video. And it tells abcjs that even though this says CDC, I want you to transpose what's over here up by 7 semitones. At this point, we can now inject CG tablature, and we will end up with a GD solution. So to do that, you can choose between a couple of different styles of tab, and this is all described in the user guide. I've gone ahead and chosen the Gary Coover style because I think most people are familiar with that. And I'm going to go ahead and inject the Anglo Concertina tablature. You can see now on the right, we have the tablature for the Gary Coover style for those notes, but these would be sort of a low pitch solution, mostly left hand. I'm going to show you the same thing now, but shift it up an octave. So I'm going to go ahead and bring back the original version of the cache. And now instead of transposing it down 7, I'm going to transpose it up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now again we're in the key of C, but an octave higher than we were previously. And now I'm going to apply a visual transpose to offset that back down visually. So this would be a -5. So now again, even though it says CDC over here, you can see it still shows GAG here, the original visual display of the cache. At this point, if I go ahead and inject the Anglo Concertina tab, you'll see I now get essentially GD tablature, but now up an octave from the previous solution. So this process probably can be generalized for any pitch concertina. You would just need to change the amount of the initial transpose of the notation and then the corresponding visual transpose. So those of you who are comfortable with using my tool and playing around with this stuff, experiment with it. You can probably create tablature for B flat F or any other style concertina that you want. There are other options for the tablature display. This is the Gary Coover-esque style. I'm going to go ahead and restore back to the original cache. For example, if we go into the tablature injection settings, we can do the style of tablature I originally did, which uses button numbers on either side of the instrument and then uses arrows for the push and pull. I'll do the same solution for the 2 different versions now using that style. So again, I'm going to do the low pitch style. We're going to go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to add the offset of 7. And now I'm going to inject the tab. And it's the same information, just presented differently. We have left side button 3. This would be the 3rd button on the D row. On the push, this is the 3rd button on the D row on the draw, and so on. We'll do the same thing now for the high pitch solution. So again, transpose up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add the visual offset of -5. And inject the tablature. And again, this is the same information as before when we did the Gary Coover style, just presented a little differently for those of you who are more comfortable with this style of tablature. So I'm pretty sure this does the job. I'm quite certain that it doesn't meet the requirements for those of you playing in harmonic style, But if you're playing simple traditional tunes on a GD and are interested in having tablature, play around with this. This might be useful to you.